What's up, guys? Excalibur here. Sorry, missed pre-market prep. My bot was not working, so I couldn't send an alert at all. So I just decided just to do it on my own. But uh, crazy Powell day today. Go ahead and do some trade reviews and go over what ES did today. Look at ES. On the daily we had a daily demand. We didn't really come back to this daily demand here. This kind of doji push up. I thought we really want to go into that daily demand. But we just had just another nice push at open. If you look at look at all time frames with a 4-hour demand push here, but we don't really hit down here. But we, like I said before, we had this chop, and then we're looking for that 3708 retest. And on the higher time frames, we had a beautiful look at that beautiful retest at 3708. We had a resistance here. This was our previous low right here, broke below, retest, came above, test it. So let's see if we can hold that and continue higher. As long as we keep making these higher lows, you might as well go ahead and draw this. Kind of clean this up a bit. Kind of draw this little uptrend we got going today. But we had a 4-hour demand created. We didn't really come down to it. Definitely watch if we do come down to that 3722 to retest that. And then we had we just were super strong, pushed over this pivot, big pivot. This was yesterday's high. You can tell we pushed over yesterday's high, but then we hit this 4-hour supply right here from the FOMC high where we pushed up and then fell pretty hard. You can tell we fell pretty hard, but you can tell the market's either balance or imbalance. Here's our imbalance, and we balanced all this imbalance right here back up, and then so let's decide which way we're going to go from here. Looks like we want to continue down, maybe fill this imbalance up, and then head up like that. Not sure the path because, of course, news with Powell can send the market in crazy directions. But breaking it down into crazier time frames, we just had a huge push up, and then just we just had a sell off. This is where I really wanted ES to get to yesterday. The grab puts kind of end of day, but we didn't really make it up here. NQ hit its supply first. It's how we broke above here, and we were at this supply, which I believe I erased for some reason, but we were at that supply. That's where we rejected yesterday, and then we got deeper into it today and had a decent rejection off of it again. And if we kind of break that down, we could probably see it better where we rejected today right there, the 1 hour. Break it down a little bit more. We didn't really, it was hard to this bounce. I didn't really see where it kind of bounced at. Didn't really see it that much, that low, but um, just a huge strong push, just like yesterday, strong push, sell off, strong push, and we began to sell off, but then we kind of doubled back up. We couldn't take out that high, so definitely watch that. We weren't able to take out the daily high, and then we sold off again. So a lot of things are going to depend on Powell tomorrow again and whatnot. VIX, nothing really happened on VIX, just boring. Can't really play a lot on VIX. Apple, we took a loss at open. Just I was just looking at Apple overall. We're weak, and I was just looking for this little gap fill, and then this kind of, I believe it's a 4-hour. I really wanted to see a 4-hour demand touch to get into the longs. That's what I really wanted to. Really should have waited for this to hit here and then get into longs instead of trying to play it to the zone. Usually you want to play the bounce off the zone. But that took a little loss, especially with that market pushing pretty strong. But at open, it looked pretty good. If we turn on my, I've been kind of using these Ripsters EMA clouds a little bit more. You can tell we broke below all the clouds. So that's one way I thought we were continued down, but we pushed really hard and we actually hit that 3 hour, close to that 3 hour supply rate here, which would have been that nice rejection. So, that's my mistake on supply and demand. I played it in the middle, playing it to a zone. You want to wait for a zone to hit on either end. But Apple, I kind of should have stayed away. Kind of just, you could tell, 2 days. Strong move it open, sideways. Strong move it open, pretty much sideways. We had that NVIDIA swinger 100% put. We had just a, try to find it, 3 hour. If you go on a 2 hour, you kind of want to use, the 2 hour kind of based pretty well there, but I'll use that 3 hour whole candle with a huge gap down, breaking all structure. We came back up and look, we touched that nicely. 169, 170 is a pretty good cycle level for NVIDIA, nice sell off. And then, normally most things you want that you swing, you wanna sell it open. I just go ahead and sell it open. It's the best thing. We can continue down, but you could get back in and have less risk to it. And then we had, let me pull up all the plays. We had a SPY put. Definitely should have held that. That was kind of taking quick profits. I got at that top right here. We alerted it at 1042. Right there, 1042. Touched it really nice bounce. Didn't create that high and continued down. So it was a nice play right there. Had Meta, which kind of took a little bit to develop, and I'll show you what I saw on this. This one actually really made really good money. Just overall looking at how bad we sold off on yesterday, and then how much we pushed pre-market, kind of looked a little iffy for me. But if you're looking at a higher time frame, we're looking at this 160 right here. I think, yeah, if you take it back, 160 right here. If you even drop it to 1 hour, here's your support, nice 160 pounds here. We broke below it yesterday. I don't think we even had any, we just broke right through it yesterday. You could tell on the higher time frames, we were just wicking it, and then you could tell that 158 was a nice support. We're just in between that 160, 158, and you could tell we kind of just had like a little head and shoulders, with how weak it was yesterday with the market being, decently strong. We had a little head and shoulders, but we couldn't break through, couldn't break down. I think the market rallied a little bit here. We're just gonna break down, but you can tell, we don't make a higher, my stop loss was high a day. This run up we hit here, and this run up we hit here. We didn't, every time we hit that 158, we weren't making a new high. And then eventually, that's what we call a descending triangle. You're gonna, descend triangle. This was just that uptrend kind of nice bear flag, but descending triangle right here. We finally broke down, creating new lows, and that one ran actually probably 100% if we were able to hold through that. Had a nice sell off, but that's the type of play I'm looking at. I like, try to get, if we break down here, and keep the stop loss, we're still making higher lows. Eventually we're going to break through. And then Microsoft, this thing actually, did very well. This is just supply and demand. This is like my bread and butter right here. You look at this 1 hour, 1 hour right here. We had a strong push up. We base for this hour and then a pretty strong sell off. We come back up here. What do? We test it again right there, and then we sold off again. Decent, 2%, almost 2% move in the stock. Um, that thing worked really well. Didn't pick the best contract for that one, but you could tell how when we hit that, we hit that supply. You could tell looking at all that basing. Had that strong move up just sideways, 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 strong sell off. So when we come back up here, we're most likely gonna have a strong sell off again, and we had a strong sell off. But that was the plays. Only the red one was Apple, which seems like just recently. That's kind of if you want to do a put in the market, get it after 11. You're golden. So let's see if this trend continues. Of course, we got Powell tomorrow and another bunch of speakers. We have Jobs tomorrow too. But overall, decent day. Definitely crazy price action. This market's crazy right now. But overall, it was 1, 2, 3 or 4 today. Had a 100% swinger to start today off, so I'm not gonna complain about that at all. But let's go ahead and kill it tomorrow. I should be on pre-market again, going over our key watches today. We could quickly glance over them right here. Fed speakers, 3708 hold. Well, actually, let me go like this. We'll pop on. Pop it on right there. So we had 3708 hold. Were we able to hold that? Yes, we were. We're kind of far from that. Well, actually, right there. So we were, did we hold it? Got scary. I said below is a chop, below chop. NQ 11.3 was a key level, which we almost basically bounced off pretty nice overnight. 11.3 just destroyed 11.5, 11.7. Broke up, retested it twice, dropped. Went through Apple 132 demand, really didn't hit it. 136 key level above 137, which was that was the rejection. Meta was ugly. Microsoft the sending triangle. Microsoft off the bat kind of upset on this off the bat. That's how if you're looking at this, here's your support, this 254, like 255 area. Support, 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 broke through super strong. Resistance. Look at yesterday. 1, 2, 3, 4, five times. Open below, had a little resistance there and was off. So if we would have played that break off that resistance, that would have been a nice move right there. Tesla finally broke through 729 today, but came down. But a decent move off that 729. That could have been another nice play. Almost 2%. Prices are still inflated on those. I think IV percent's over 100 still, but definitely. And then Shop. I know people were talking about Shop. Their splits coming up, so definitely the 29th. So definitely watch, maybe possibly Shop to keep pushing up. But y'all have a great rest of your night. Let's go ahead and kill it Thursday. Go ahead and like and subscribe to the video if you guys are watching it. Definitely check out my Twitter at Fairbrand and my TikTok at Excalibur Invest. But y'all have a great rest of your night.